You will be shocked after knowing this. Something unusual seems to be happening. Recently, Jim Carrey appeared in Paris, but many viewers immediately noticed something was not quite the same. He looked different, very different from what people remember.
Hi, bonjour. How are you? Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French.
Once the footage from that appearance started circulating online, social media quickly erupted. People weren't focused on the award he received. Instead, the conversation shifted to a strange and unexpected question. What exactly happened to Jim Carrey? Some viewers even wondered whether the person in the video was really him. A number of people began suggesting that the man seen in Paris might actually be a clone. With comedian Katt Williams recently speaking about hidden truths in Hollywood, some fans started connecting the dots and pushing the idea even further. According to these theories, the situation could be part of something much bigger happening behind the scenes.
Researched my whole life on what the entity was before I got there, My intention was to get in there and kick up some dust and try to become a whistleblower that they don't knock off. Because, they get all the whistleblowers.
Jim attended the 51st Caesar Awards, where he was honored with a special Lifetime Achievement Award recognizing his long career in film. Receiving an award like that is a major accomplishment. During the ceremony, he even delivered part of his speech in French. However, online audiences barely discussed what he said. Instead, attention centered almost entirely on him. Viewers closely analyzed the way he looked, the way he spoke, and the way he moved. To many people watching the clips, something about his presence felt unusual.
Huge conspiracy theory about beloved Hollywood actor Jim Carrey right now because people are saying he's acting and looking very different. Did the Illuminati finally get their loudest whistleblower and clone him, thus silencing him? This is like two conspiracy theories in one, so here's everything you need to know.
I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower.
So yesterday, 64-year-old Jim Carrey received a Caesar Award in Paris, which is like a French Oscar. And he was just suspiciously acting out of character for the iconic Jim Carrey personality. And longtime fans also noticed he looked younger or very different. And for a lot of actors in Hollywood, that's the norm. He's 64. I support people getting work done. But a lot of conspiracy theorists who are really just diehard fans say normally Jim Carrey would never do this. His whole brand is drastically changing his facial expressions and melding his face into whatever he needs to do for his role. It's just the last person you would ever expect to do that. But what's really freaking people out and driving home the conspiracy theory is that his eyes are a completely different color now. They are green, but they used to be very obviously brown. Is it him? Is someone new under the mask? And Jim Carrey is infamous for his whole career long time, giving very powerful speeches against government corruption, against capitalism, against those in power.
Some viewers said he didn't seem like the same person they remembered. Others argued that his appearance had changed significantly. A few even suggested that he might have been replaced. Before long, the word clone started spreading across social media discussions. When red carpet clips appeared online, fans began comparing them with older interviews and appearances. They examined his eyes and claimed they looked more blue than brown. Others said his jawline appeared altered. Some people even commented that his teeth looked different. His voice also caught attention, with viewers saying it sounded softer and slower than before. One person wrote, "There's no way in hell that was Jim Carrey." Another commenter said, "The whole moment felt strange and unsettling." Someone else claimed, "They're testing us one last time to see if they can get away with it, like Joe Biden." From there, the theories became even more extreme. Some people believe the real Jim stepped away from Hollywood years ago, around 2017. Others claim he had discovered too much about the entertainment industry and began speaking openly about how artificial it can be. That part isn't entirely fictional. In the past, Jim has publicly criticized Hollywood. He has also expressed strong opinions about government systems and the powerful favorite interview where Jim suddenly told a reporter that none of what they were doing was real. During that conversation, he explained that he didn't believe in the idea of fixed personalities and suggested that individuals themselves might not matter as much as people think. The clip quickly spread across the internet and became widely discussed.
Need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
You got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy,
icons?
that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't
that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
At the time, his comments sounded thoughtful and philosophical, almost as if he had stepped back and looked at the world from a completely different perspective. Some people believed he was simply expressing spiritual ideas. Others thought he had experienced the darker side of fame and celebrity life. Now, years later, people are comparing that version of Jim to the one seen recently in Paris. In the new footage, he appeared cheerful, smiling, making jokes, and acting as if everything was perfectly normal. For some fans, that raised questions. They wondered whether someone with such strong beliefs could suddenly change them overnight. Critics online argued that the shift didn't feel natural, which is why some of them insist the person seen in Paris might not actually be Jim. A few people even compared the situation to other celebrity cloning theories that have circulated online. One example comes from Kid Boo, who once claimed that a secret cloning facility exists somewhere in the United States and even said that he himself was a clone who had escaped from it.
Okay. And what nationality are you?
Sicilian and Puerto Rican.
Okay. Sicilian and Puerto Rican. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that now.
Those
That's
are my
what's up.
two genomes.
Okay. So who's the Puerto Rican one? Who's the Sicilian one?
When I was cloned, they wiped a lot of memory, but when I stole the documents before escaping, I read that the mother was Puerto Rican and I guess the father, surrogate, you could say, was the sperm donor was the Sicilian.
Okay, so you're a test tube baby.
Yeah.
What's that?
Shout out Clonaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could actually, as soon as you die, they could actually freeze your body.
Well, what happened with my first gen is they took the skull because he initially had written in a will to the Raelian movement that if something were to happen to him, they can ship the skull over immediately to Clonaid. So they can remove a fragment of bone that's located here. And in this fragment of bone, it stores all of your memories and consciousness. And with that, they can make a sufficient replica of yourself, a reproductive version of you, including your memories. And you can be selective as to which ones you keep or don't keep. This process has been around for quite some time. Like Dolly the sheep was cloned back in, I think, the late 70s, early 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Dolly the sheep, yeah, I remember that. And they've cloned a lot of animals over the years.
Yeah, Clonaid, I don't want to say too much information. This is going to be broadcasted on the internet.
But I don't think they could transfer the actual memories, though.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're living proof of this?
Yeah, I'm living proof. Except for all the memories. A lot of them I don't have because of drugs and alcohol as a teenager. So it's kind of like burning an MP3 CD, right? So let's say, we don't do this, people don't do this anymore, but back in the day, you would bootleg a CD, you would need the original copy. Mm-hmm. You put it in, it reads the disc, transfers all the files. You have the same exact CD, it's the same thing. All the tracks, everything, every bar, every hit from every note, everything's gonna be on there. Now, if I scratch that CD, I may not be able to read all the files on the disc, making it impossible to transfer, make a new one, new copy.
Of course, there are many reasonable explanations as well. People change over time. Jim is older now, and aging can naturally affect someone's appearance. Voices evolve, facial features shift, and lighting can easily make eye color appear different in photographs or videos. Celebrities also sometimes undergo cosmetic procedures, which can slightly alter how they look. Still, these possibilities haven't stopped speculation from spreading. Supporters of the clone theory say the biggest difference isn't his face, but his energy. They remember the older Jim as loud, unpredictable, and full of wild comedic energy. The star from The Mask and The Truman Show had a unique spark that people felt immediately. Because of that, some viewers believe the real Jim disappeared long ago after speaking out against powerful forces working behind the scenes.
Jim Carrey was devastated last September when his 30-year-old girlfriend herself. Now, 10 months after the funeral for makeup artist Katrina White, the just-released autopsy report details her final days. She left a side note for Carrey. They had broken up the week before. I've spent 3 days now in disbelief that you're not here. I can go on brokenhearted and try to put the pieces back. I could, I just don't have the will this time.
She had not been seen in 4 days at that point. The last person she'd spoken to, it's believed, is Jim Carrey.
Chris Spargo is a reporter with thedailymail.com, which obtained the autopsy report.
Jim Carrey texted her the night before, saying that he was actually missing a bunch of pills from his medicine cabinet, asking if she had them, but there was no response.
The toxicology report says she had multiple drugs in her system, including pain medication prescribed to an Arthur King, who is believed to be an alias used by Carrey, according to published reports.
She had obtained 3 bottles of pills from someone under an alias. It's believed it was possibly Jim Carrey.
Carrey last spoke to Katrina White via FaceTime for 3 minutes. Her body was found 4 days later in her rented home in Los Angeles. In her note, Katrina left the funeral arrangements up to Carrey.
We know they called Jim Carrey first when they found her body after finding her cell phone, before they even called her family. So he obviously was incredibly torn up about this, but he really was there in the aftermath.
She ended her note to Carrey saying, "Please forgive me. I am just not for this world." She signed it, Dewdrop, the pet name given to her by Jim Carrey.
Now the debate continues online. The question many viewers are asking is simple. Was the Jim Carrey seen recently in Paris truly the same person fans have known for decades? Share your thoughts and tell us what you think in the comments below.